Hey guys, Dan Percival here, and welcome to the first video board meeting. This is my room. Unfortunately, this is the only quiet place I could find in the house, so this is what it'll have to be for the next few minutes. Alright, let me go over first a few things. You guys are, since this is a board meeting, this is the board of directors meeting, and which means that this is targeted specifically to the board members. And for those of you who are watching, the board of directors is basically a group of people who sign up for the board. It's a free sign up, and they're people who want to move the sport forward, and they want to take control of the sport. They want to have a say in new rules and tricks and things and so forth. So these are people who are outstanding people because they don't just observe, they take control and they become leaders. So let me go down the list as it's noted on the website. First of all, if you'd like to become a board member, you can do that by going on the front page of the website and clicking on Get Involved, and there'll just be a form there that you fill out, and then your name will be on the board member section of the website, which is where the guidelines link is. All right, so on that link, it lists the members of the board members, the board of directors members, and then in this specific order. They're not in order of importance. It's just how it's on there. And Ivan D from Indonesia, Luke B from France, and the next four people would be from England: Paul G, Becky S, and Maxie and Nathan W. And the last board member from the United States is Michael P. Alright, let's move on now to what I wanted to cover. The idea is how to get the sport to take off, and the subsections here I have teaching and testing, insurance, contacting rinks once we're ready to start teaching and testing. Excuse me. I'm going to be taking another trip back to England in 2010. I'll talk briefly about that. And media attention, news and newspapers and magazines and things like that. Alright, so number one, teaching and testing. The first thing is the prerequisites for becoming certified to teach the sport has changed. Intermediary level 1 is the level which you need to accomplish. So in other words, you need to send in, providing that you are already a paid member. If you're not, please do so. And if you're waiting for other people to start teaching, that's fine. But once you're ready to start submitting your testing videos, you have to be a paid member. And all you need to do is you need to submit a beginner testing video for beginner level 1 testing and intermediary level 1, and that's it. And you'll be able to be certified for that to teach the sport. In addition, let me include, there's just a part of the test that requires that you know about insurance and you know how to keep the kids or adults safe on the ice in regards to protective equipment. This is a written exam, so this will be the instructor's test, but in regards to the skating, it's just since beginner 1 and intermediary level 1 testing. Originally it was all the way through intermediary level 4, and I realized that after doing these tutorials with all the difficult footwork and the diagrams, it's just too much, and it'll take forever for the sport to take off if I have that as requirements. So we're sort of just stepping it back a bit. Insurance. The next thing is for insurance, you guys will have to carry your own insurance policies, meaning you would have to pay for your own insurance, and this would cover yourself, you'll cover the rink, and it will cover your students. So in case somebody decides they want to sue you, they can't sue you, they would sue the insurance company, and this is a great thing to have. Of course, you'll have to have your own insurance. They do the same thing in figure skating. I'm not sure what the rates will be. I'll have to shop around, and I will definitely get back to you guys about that. But I won't start contacting the insurance companies until all of our guidelines and rules are set, which means that we need to start moving with this thing. So whatever we have now in the community blog, which is the intermediary level 1 board testing and rules that we're trying to finish and that's the current board meeting. We need to finish that so we can finish all the other levels. And the reason is because once I start contacting insurance companies, they need to see that the sport is very complex, and it's come very far since when I first started it. And this just has to do with some information that I've spoken to over the phone with an insurance agent. She sort of gave me the hint that that's sort of what needs to be done. So my first contact is obviously going to be the insurance company or insurance agent that originally covered me when I taught in 2006 and 7. And then we'll work from there. But hopefully the insurance rates will be cheap for you, and so on. Alright, let's go on to, there's 3 more things to cover. And let me just do them real quickly. Once you're certified and once you have insurance, then we start contacting the ice rinks. The timing is critical here because if once an ice rink says yes, we only need to get one to say yes in your local area, then it's important that you start teaching very soon, almost immediately after they say yes to this. So we can't be looking around for insurance. If they say, yeah, we're ready to have extreme ice skaters at our rink, we'll have a program devoted to it, and maybe even an extreme ice skating public session, or an extreme ice skating session rather, and then we turn around and say to the rink, well, we're not quite ready, we're still looking for insurance, or our instructors are almost certified but not quite. We have to be spot on this. We got to be ready to go and hit the ground moving. So once we contact the rinks, we just need to get one to say yes, and one will, because most ice rinks are in business because of money. We just need to prove to them that there's money in it, and one way we could do that is through exhibitions and through media, and just through personal contacts. Over the years, I've tried to develop business relationships with people and businesses, and hopefully one of those will carry through. But I am very confident that one of them in England will, which will be our starting point, will say yes. And if you're in Egypt or if you're in Indonesia, the same thing, the same concepts will apply. We just need to contact the rink that is not doing so well, or just one that's open to the rink. Open to the sport, and then just start and just go on from there. And then from there we can't make any mistakes. We have to make sure that nobody gets hurt, there's no lawsuits, that you guys whom are teaching, you're very polite and courteous to people around you in the rink, not saying that you aren't, but it probably needs to be stepped up a level, and then there can't be any accidents or injuries. Probably said that already, but that's the idea. Things got to run like clockwork and very smooth in the beginning. New sport, new business has to work smoothly. Alright, so, and then the last thing is, I already mentioned media. Once your classes start to kick off, the media, we got to have at least something in local newspapers and doing exhibitions, maybe get on TV, because this is going to help you guys get students and sustain those students and more students and build upon students. Alright? And then the trip to England is the absolute last thing on my list, and which means that what this is about is the reason why England is because that's going to be the tipping point for the sport. What I mean by tipping point is it's going to be where the country where the sport will take off, and be there right with you guys when you start teaching. Be there involved in your own classes. Hopefully there'll be private classes, just because it's easier that way. And I'll probably hold my own classes as well. And we'll probably have to do an exhibition, and we might do some things with meeting the press and meeting with the rink management and meeting with the general public and things like that. And hopefully maybe get into a 1 or 2 day tour. Getting as much attention as possible, not only in just serving to the public and doing exhibitions, but to really pull this thing all together. And let's move on from there, and hopefully soon I'll start receiving testing videos from you guys, for those of you who are paid members. Alright, take care.